Hey, what's up YouTube? This is your girl Erica, and I'm here to tell you how I grew out my hair. My hair has not always looked like this. It actually started off around shoulder length, and now I'm about, I'd say waist length, maybe a little bit above waist length. I started my hair journey sophomore year of college, so we're talking about 2 years ago. And basically all that I did was look up a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and I came up with a hair regimen that was going to work the best for me. So I began by wearing my hair primarily in twists. I would make sure that I was moisturizing my hair every day, that I was wearing these protective hairstyles, and that I was washing my hair every week. So I would make sure that when I washed once a week, I would do a hot oil treatment. Then I would shampoo with a sulfate-free, paraben-free shampoo. I would follow that up with a moisturizing conditioner, and then I would deep condition with the conditioner. And then I put in a leave-in conditioner that I created. And then I'll just put my hair into braids or twists and be set to go. During that entire year of sophomore year, I wore my hair in twists. I would put twists in my hair, and then I would put the twist in a bun, and that was exactly how I wore my hair all of sophomore year. My mom thought I was crazy because she was like, what are you doing? Why are you wearing your hair up all the time? You're too young for that. But mommy, it worked. My hair grew, Protective hairs, I think, are really key. After, I would say, about 4 months of wearing my hair in these protective hairstyles, I did straighten it to see if it was longer, and my hair, long and behold, was longer. It was crazy because before doing my whole process, my hair was uneven. And then when I started to actually go about this whole hair journey thing, I realized that, oh, my hair actually evened up. Weird. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So quick couple of things I want to let you know. I did not have a relaxer. I used to dye my hair. And so I had a really bad hair dye job coming into college. I used to dye my hair all the time since I was in middle school, and it wasn't a problem until I went to a different lady and I used her. Prior to that, I had not been a really good natural, but I will say that, that experience and time, I thought it was like the end of the world, but it got me to where I am right now. So I played around with my hair all freshman year for the most part. Didn't really have any type of set thing. My hair didn't really grow that much. It just kind of, looked presentable, I guess. But it definitely did damage my curl pattern. So like the hair that I have on my hair today is all new hair that I grew out. Crazy, right? But my process worked for me. So sophomore year, like I said, I wore my protective hairstyles. I was washing weekly. I was making sure that my ends were not exposed. And I was moisturizing every day. Moisturizing for me was key. I would moisturize. Initially, I moisturized only with water, and then I would seal the water in with an oil, usually a jojoba oil, and then sometimes I would do like olive oil. Then eventually I just continued with olive oil because I thought that was the best oil for my hair. And then my mom had introduced to me Ultra Black moisturizer, and I started using that in my hair. And I used that, I would say, a year after I started wearing my hair natural. And I would also say that when I started using the moisturizer, I didn't wear my hair in twists as often because I didn't know how to put the moisturizer in my hair with the twist in my hair. So when I had the twist and I was just moisturizing with water, I would literally just like get in the shower, wet my hair, and then come out and then just make sure I put some oils in my hair. And I put it in a spray bottle and just spray it. But once I started using the Ultra Black moisturizer, I would braid my hair at night. So I probably do about 4 braids. When I was more enthusiastic, I would do 8 to 9 braids, and then once again still wear my hair in a bun. So I did that junior year. I cheated a lot more junior year with straightening my hair because I really wanted to see where my hair was, and my hair was growing. I mean, people started noticing. I had this one individual ask if my hair was a weave. Actually, the way she exactly said it, she saw me walking down the quad and she was like, girl, that's a fly weave. And I was like, girl, that's my hair though. And so she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And we had a whole conversation about how I was growing out my hair. So people were definitely seeing results. I was seeing results, and I was like, wow, okay, so I'm doing something right. I also did not cut my ends that often. Whenever I did cut my ends, I literally would just look at the ends and only cut off the ones that were split. I did not just do like a whole, oh, it's been 3 months since my last trim, I'm going to cut off 2 inches. No. You're trying to grow out your hair, so you're trying to retain the length. And that's part of the reason why you do wear these protective hairstyles, because your ends are not really being exposed, so therefore they're not really getting split. I would say, so to get my hair, another thing that I completely forgot to mention. Whenever I would straighten my hair, I would put a black rinse in my hair because I did not like the two-tone color in my hair. What I would also do is, as I was going through my hair process, I would cut off the hair color, because for me, getting rid of the damaged hair was really important, which is why I have this whole fresh head of hair. So by the time I got to graduation, that just passed in May, I had cut off the last bit of my color, and I had a completely full set of this gorgeous black hair. And I fell in love with my black hair, and I refused to dye my hair. So black hair it is. But in terms of hair products, I am not going to be one of those people that's going to be like, you should definitely use this product because this product is what really made my hair grow. No. I will say that the products that I used definitely helped, but I think that the most important thing was the method and the way that I was taking care of my hair, and not necessarily the products that I was using. But I'm still going to tell you the products that I used. So when it came to initially doing my hot oil treatment, I only used coconut oil. As I got more mature in my hair wearing process, I would actually mix oil. So now what I currently do is use olive oil, jojoba oil, coconut oil, castor oil, avocado oil. I will also use sesame seed oil, and I believe that's it. And I'll mix it all together, and that's my hot oil. So I'll put that in a container, put it in my scalp, massage my scalp. I got fancy now, I have a steamer. I used to before not have a steamer. Literally what I would do is just sit underneath a hooded dryer, or I would take like a hot towel and wrap it around my head for 30 minutes. Then I would, rinse out my hair afterwards by shampooing it and going about my whole washing method. In terms of shampooing, initially I used Organics vanilla shampoo and the coconut milk shampoo. I currently use Giovanni moisturizing shampoo. I think that's my favorite shampoo so far. Not ultra picky when it comes to shampoo, as long as it's paraben free and sulfate free. I'm good. Conditioner though, I am using my silicone mix. So it is a treatment. It is a deep conditioner. I use that religiously. It's a Dominican hair product, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I was introduced to it back in middle school by my hairdressers, and love it. In addition to that, I did discover Kenra moisturizing conditioner, which I absolutely love. It smells really good, and I will usually put like some of the Kenra and some of the silicone in my hair together. One good thing about the silicone is that it has some protein in it. It's not going to give you any type of protein overload because it's minimal amount of protein, but it's just enough so that you really don't need to do like a protein treatment, but if you still want to, you can. I will do that sporadically. It's not something that I really think that my hair is in dire need of. If I'm going to do a protein treatment, I'm going to do it after a series of me straightening my hair. Another deep conditioner that I discovered that I really liked was this Moroccan oil repairing mask hydration deep conditioner. It's really, really good. Once again, I don't use it by itself. I mix everything together. That's just what works best for my hair. And then I'll detangle my hair, put it into 3 braids underneath the steamer again, and then come out and rinse my hair. For my leave-in conditioner, I will mix aloe vera juice, olive oil, jojoba oil, and leave-in conditioner of my choice. Usually I will use the silicone leave-in conditioner and mix it all together and put that in my hair. And that's on freshly washed hair. And that was it, really. During the week, like I said, the Ultra Black Moisturizer Conditioner, I try Kansu, I'm not crazy about it. As I've gotten a little bit more advanced in my hair care, I've tried Mixed Chicks. I like it, I guess, for my curly hair, but not if I'm gonna, not wear my hair in this state. Usually, for the most part, you're not going to see me like this. Usually, I will rock my braid outs. I recently started to like twist outs, but primarily my braid outs. Those are my best friends. But if I'm going to do this, I think that I will continue to use the mixed chicks to see, you know, if it's something that's going to work for me. All in all, it took me, I would say, 3 years to get to this length. Yes, 3 years. My biggest tips for all of you women that are out here who are trying to grow out your hair is please be patient. It is not going to happen overnight. I know that sometimes we get frustrated because, you know, you're not seeing growth, or you think you're not seeing growth, or you get tired of wearing these protective hairstyles. I know I did. There were definitely times where I was like, what am I doing? You know, why am I doing this? I'm, you know, sacrificing some beauty for hair that I don't even know is going to grow. It pays off. You know, as long as you find what works for your hair, it will pay off. You just have to be patient. And once you grow out your hair, I mean, it's the best thing because you can flaunt and be like, you know, look, I put in the work for this and it paid off. Another tip I would say, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. If you're trying to grow out your hair, please stay away from heat. That's, I think, critical, at least was for me. Another thing that I would say is definitely wear protective hairstyles. It really helps to retain the length because your hair does grow. It's just a matter of retaining the length. And that was definitely my biggest thing. I had always been saying that I want to grow out my hair, I want to grow out my hair, but yet I was going to the hair salon every 2 weeks, you know, and I wasn't moisturizing my hair and I was dyeing my hair. My hair wasn't going to grow. It was going to stay the same length. You know, I was lucky that it was actually stagnant and didn't like break until that time. Another thing I will say, I'm going to say there's a correlation, but I'm not going to say that this is a concrete do this and this will make your hair grow. I did take vitamins at some point in the process. I definitely did not start off taking vitamins and my hair still grew. I can't even confirm to you that my hair has grown more since I've been taking the vitamins. All that I can tell you is that my hair is still healthy and it continues to grow. And the vitamins that I would take is just, I initially started taking a prenatal multivitamin. It had nothing to do with my hair, ironically. I was not pregnant, okay? But I was taking this for other health reasons, and I think it did well for my hair as well as my health. I also took biotin. I only did 1,000 mcgs, and I took MSM and probiotics. I believe that's all the things that I took. Oh, and fish oil. But once again, that wasn't for hair, that was just for my health. My hair continues to grow. I don't think that if you don't take these things, your hair is not gonna grow. I can't imagine it not helping. So take that for a grain of salt. I will also say that changing up your diet definitely does help. Drinking water, I am not the person that drinks the most water in the world. I really should, but I don't, sorry, it just doesn't happen. But drinking water, I definitely think will help you. In addition to that, I think that exercising definitely helps a lot. I am a relatively fit person. I would like to believe. I like to go to the gym sometimes, but I definitely do work out and I keep in shape. So I definitely think that helps, you know, when you're trying to, you know, just do everything to grow out your hair. Also remember that there is nothing for the most part that by itself is going to make your hair grow. If I have to choose one thing though, I will say probably moisturizing your hair. But for the most part, it's everything together that helps promote your optimal hair growth. Also remember that, at least for me, this was a lifestyle change. This is not something that, you know, oh, my hair grew and, you know, great, it's there and I can go back to doing what else I was doing. I don't personally think it works like that. I think that it would defeat the purpose and you would probably lose most of the hair that you grew. That's just my personal opinion. For me, this was definitely a lifestyle change, and my hair, so many people who know me know, is a big part of my life, which is crazy. But I do spend a lot of time with my hair, whether it's just, you know, at night braiding it up or in the morning doing it or watching hair videos or, you know, buying hair products. But that's the point. You know, everyone has their passion and what they like. For me, it's my hair. But, you know, this definitely is a lifestyle change, and it's ironic because I went from straightening my hair every 2 weeks to being like, oh snap, like I really don't want to put heat on my hair because I don't want to damage my hair. My hair is very strong. It can handle a lot. I'm just a little paranoid now. But, you know, I feel like when you do get to your desired hair length, Do what you want for the most part. If you want to straighten your hair more often, do it. If you want to continue to rock your natural hairstyles, do that too, because you're there, you know. But if you're trying to get to a goal, I think that it's important to remember what your goal is and keep your mind focused on that, you know. So immediate gratification is not going to be part of this process. You have to just remember that, you know, even if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's there. You're just not seeing it right now. So that's all I have for you. And if you have any questions, definitely leave a comment for me and I will definitely respond to it. And see you in the next video. Bye.
Love's sinking in the sand, petals falling on demand. My feet